Hey guys, I'm back with another, I guess, tutorial. It's not really a tutorial video, but I guess I just show you what my interpretation of the technique is. And today we're going to do punching. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while, it's just I've been lazy. Like the last video of the kicking one was out maybe 6 months ago. And a friend talked to me yesterday, he was like, hey, how do you do the punches, how do you do this? So I thought I'd finally make the video. And punches are one of those things that it looks easy and everyone kind of has an understanding of how they work because, you know, it's in movies, it's everywhere, like punches, right? But they're difficult to learn and apply properly, if that makes sense, because especially with Thai boxing, because Thais really like to they focus a lot on the other aspects of Muay Thai fighting, so the kicks, elbows, and the knees. The punches, not so much. They're there for distraction and to set up the kicks, the knees, whatever, right? They don't, like, a lot of the time you see Thais, their hands are out here. Like, that's, you know, you can't really get much punching power out of here. This is mostly to set up distraction, to block, or set up kicks, you know, or grab the arms and knees. So the punching isn't too strong with Thais, but I guess it depends how you train, because Yotsun Klai, one of my favorite fighters, he hits like a mother, you know. He's actually southpaw, so I fight like this too. I love digging to the body, so we're probably gonna do a lot of that today. But Yotsun Klai just comes in with a huge right cross to the body, and he just digs at the body, you pop, 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 you know. And personally, I like body shots more. I think they hurt more. You're more open at the torso than you are at the head, and headshots don't hurt. Like, that's what I've noticed. You might get knocked out, you might get a cut, or I don't know, you might, because there's a lot of bone in your face, not a lot of meat like your body, but getting hit in the face doesn't really hurt. Like, you get hit here, you're gonna feel it, you're not gonna be able to breathe, you're gonna have trouble standing. So I like going to the body, also just because it's more vulnerable. And as a smaller guy, I'm kind of an infighter, so I'm kind of here anyways. So I like digging to the body, right? So I guess we'll start with the basics now that I've done talking about stupid shit that's not related really. Anyways, stance, like most things in my videos, take everything kind of with a grain of salt. What works for me might not work for you. You know, this gym teaches this, that gym teaches that. It's just generally accepted. Some things are kind of universal, but, you know, try it out, test it out. I stand pretty orthodox, nothing too crazy. Some boxers really like to have a really wide stance, and their guard is really high like this, and you know, they dig to the body. They keep their weight really low to the ground, and they have all these really fast and huge power shots, right? So some people like to go really low and kind of like have their hands really high, just pop, pop, you know, really fast, and just really dig. So there's that style. There's more orthodox Thai style, or Western Thai boxing style, is just kind of here. So you're kind of in the Thai stance. Hands are a bit closer though, just to protect the face better, and you can extend your punches more, get more power, more. I would say it is better than the Thai style, but this style of boxing, it's easier because usually when they do this, their weight center of gravity is high. It's really high up, so you're like this, and it's easy to set up kicks and stuff, and the knees too. So as opposed to this, you're kind of more hunkered down, you know, for the punches. So up to you. I'm more of the boxing style. So feet, you know, shoulder width apart. If you're orthodox, you have probably your left leg forward. Southpaw, right leg forward, not a big deal. A good way to, I should actually talk about this later, but okay. So everyone knows about the punches. You got the jab, which is your lead hand. If you're orthodox left, southpaw right. This is a quick punch. It's not supposed to knock out. It's not supposed to hurt. It doesn't do damage. It's a distraction tool. It's a measuring tool. Think of it as a measuring tape. This is to gauge distance, to see how far they are. You know, if you're hitting with the jab, you know they're in range for the cross. Or if you're missing with the jab, you know you're gonna miss, or you know your inside kick is probably gonna miss too. You know, so in free sparring or in fights, it is a measuring tool. You use it to gauge distance, and it's not it's not a power punch. Everyone likes to just boom, 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 you know. But the jab, keep it fast, keep it fast and retract. So it's not, don't throw it out like this, like a cross. The jab is the one punch where you use very little body. It's mostly shoulder and just snap. So whenever you punch, this goes for all punches, make sure you extend all the way. Don't stop like here and punch there. Make sure you go all the way, and about near the end of the punch you want to retract. Maybe halfway to the end, you want to turn your hand and retract the same way. You don't want to stay like this and punch like that and come back. You want to turn your fist on the way back, turn it back. And this is a kind of a common problem, or not problem, more of a mistake that you should try to work on is don't leave your punch out there. So the jab, for example, is the fastest punch in boxing. So it should come back. There's a saying, someone said it, probably a lot of people said it, but whenever you punch, you pull it back twice as fast as you shot it out. And this is two reasons for defense. Obviously, you know, if you leave your hand out here, what are you using to protect your face? So pull it back, protect your face. If they counterattack or if they miss, they might weave, they might do whatever. So pull it back. And the second reason is probably the more important reason is the snap. The punches are one of the few things where, in Muay Thai I should say, where you wanna snap it back. That's where the power comes in. That's where you smash the guy's face and they get shot back, right? The kicks, the knees, especially the knees, you don't pull it back. You drive it in like a, I don't know, like a nail, I guess, like a hammer and a nail. You drive it in. You don't want to boom, pull it back. When you do this and retract back, you create snap in your punch. And it's hard to explain, but basically how I interpret it is when you snap, that's what causes the head to get just blow back that way. So make sure you retract. That's what I'm getting at. It took me a while, but basically you want to punch, so turn your fist and retract back the same way you came. Make sure you don't drop your hand. That's also very common, is people shoot out their punch, boom, boom. On the way back, their hands kind of fall down this way. Maybe not so much like I'm exaggerating, but they kind of drop their hand just a little bit. See, like right there. So you shoot it out this way, bring it back that way too. And it goes back to a lot of other martial arts too. The fastest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So shoot it straight out, shoot it straight back. Like, it's just common sense, right? Just boom here, boom here. So those are the more fundamental mechanics of punching, I guess you could say, for the straight punches at least. So make sure you shoot it out straight, pull it back the same way, twist your hand at the end, and twist it on the way back as well. Other than that, there's not really much to say about the straight punches. So like I said with the jab, there's not a lot of body. It's mostly shoulder. A little bit, maybe very little hips, but the jab should basically just be like this. You should be able to fire off like two, three jabs pretty quickly without too much effort or too much downtime in between your punches. It's not like the hooks where you go boom, boom. There's a lot of recovery and startup on the next punch, but jabs, you should it should be pretty fast. Like it's an in and out punch. So don't treat it like a hook or uppercut. Just you don't, like I say, it's a measuring tool, distraction. Here, here, here. Don't. The main thing to work on with the jab, speed and accuracy. Make sure you pick your shot, because when you spar and stuff and you fight, with their guard here, it's hard to hit their face and hit their chin. And if you hit their guard, you're not doing anything, right? So make sure you're really accurate with your jab, because that's your bread and butter punch right there, is the jab. You can, I shouldn't say you can win fights with just jab, but if you've got a good jab, you're gonna have a really good and easy time against someone who doesn't, you know. So the main thing with the jab is speed. So very little hip, like I'm turning my hips just maybe an inch to the right, just to, because when you're fighting like this, you're square, so just a little turn here, and then my punch goes from here just to here. Just a little bit more range, a little bit more extension, just boom, 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 right? So that's the jab. The cross is essentially the same, but because it's at the back, it's your rear hand, you have more wind up, you have more extension. So this is your knockout punch right here. This is the one, this is usually called 2. 1, 2. So the cross, it's the same thing, but if you notice, because your shoulders, I should show you from this side, your rear shoulder's back. So if you just punch this way, you're getting no power. So this is what I'm talking about with the jab. If you were to just jab the cross, if that makes sense. So if you threw the cross as a jab, it would just be like this, boom, 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 right? But the cross isn't a jab. So what I'm trying to say is, make sure you throw your body into the other punches, and with the jab, not so much. The jab, you want to stay pretty neutral, because that's your, I really don't know how to describe the jab, but the idea with the cross, use your body. It's a power punch, it's a knockout punch, and it helps you, like with the jab, that little bit of turning your hips and shoulders, both shoulders and hips, just this little bit here, right, like I said, here to here. So with a cross, you want to do something called pivot. And what you want to do is turn your rear leg out, so you're on the ball. Usually you're on the balls of your feet. Just turn this foot out this way. By doing that, you turn your hips and shoulders that way. Here. So instead of punching like this, you punch like this. There's more extension, there's more range, and it'll do a lot more damage. That's